इसमें टॉपिक उल्टा क्यों दिखाया जा रहा है? Okay. Good morning, class. Today we will take the poem of your book, Beehive, Rain on the Roof, composed by Coates Kinney. Before we begin the poem, let us talk about the rain. Now the monsoon is about to set, and all of you will enjoy the pleasant rain. Do you like rain or not? When the sky is covered with clouds and we hear the soft sound of the raindrops on the roof, we love it. I hope all of you must have read a number of poems about the rain in your childhood also. Do you remember some poems or not? Such as, rain, rain, go away, come again another day, little Johnny wants to play. Or, rain falls gently, washing away the day's mess and muck, steady stream cascading down like tears running off my cheeks, cleansing me. So, different poets have written different poems on rain. You must be knowing the name of Ruskin Bond. He has written a lesson, a short monsoon diary, in which he talks about the monsoon season, the birds, the plants, the trees, the rain, everything. Nature has different shapes and forms. And when you observe nature, you love it. So in this poem also, the poet is talking about the healing nature of rain. Rain brings relief to everyone, birds, animals, human beings. After the scorching heat, we love enjoying the rain. Now, Coates Kinney, the poet, he was born in 1826 and he died in 1904. He was an American poet. He was a journalist also. And this poem brought him a lot of fame. When he composed this poem, he became very popular. So first, let us recite the poem. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into a busy being start. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers. She left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to the refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now, what the poet wants to say here, let us see the first stanza. When the humid shadows hover, humid shadows, clouds. Humid shadows stand for the clouds. So, humid means the water-laden black clouds. So they are called humid shadows, they are the clouds. When they hover means when they hang, when they move about over the starry spheres. Starry spheres. Starry spheres refers to the sky. Okay, starry, where are the stars? The stars are in the sky. So the sky that is covered with stars, that is starry spheres. Over the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. And these clouds, they come down in the form of tears. Melancholy means sad. Melancholy. And the melancholy sadness gently weeps in rainy tears. I will tell you the deep meaning later on. First, understand the simple meaning. So, the clouds, they come down in the form of rain. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. What a great joy it is, bliss. Bliss means joy. What a joy it is to press the pillow. Pillow, all of you know, all of you use pillow when you sleep at night. So what a great joy it is to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. In a small house, in a cottage, a room in the cottage, when you press your head against the pillow and you sleep, you enjoy the rain. And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Patter is the sound that is made by the rain. So you enjoy the rain that is heard on the roof of the cottage. You lie down and you hear the patter of the rain. Second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into a busy being start. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So every tinkle, the small sound that is made, every tinkle on the shingles, they are the wooden tiles, rectangular shaped wooden tiles, that is called shingles. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. Whenever there is a drop of rain falling, it echoes in the heart. It gives you great delight. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Dreamy fancies. What is dreamy fancies? Dreamy fancies, that is the imagination. So, as soon as it starts raining, number of thoughts come to your mind. Your dreamy fancies, your imagination becomes strong into busy being start. It becomes busy. You start thinking a lot of things when it is raining and you are lying in a house, in the cottage, pressing against the pillow. And 1,000 recollections. Recollections means memories that you recollect. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. They start weaving. Weaving, it means the making of the yarn. Weave their air threads into woof. Woof here means the dreamy memories. Woof is the cloth that is worn on the loom. That is called the woof. So a number of memories, a number of ideas, number of thoughts, they start weaving into your mind. as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. When do these ideas come? When do you start imagining, or when do the memories start coming to your mind? When it is raining, when the rain is making the sound on the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now this time when it is raining, and he is lying in his cottage pressing against the pillow. So who comes to his memory? His mother. Now in memory comes my mother. He remembers his mother, as she used in years agone. Agone means the years that have gone, passed by. So in the past years also, just as mother used to come to regard the darling dreamers, she left them till the dawn. Just to observe. Here regard means to observe. She used to come to observe her children, darling dreamers. Darling dreamers means dear children. So she used to come to look at her dear children, and she kept on looking till dawn. When they were sleeping, she used to look how the children were sleeping comfortably in their beds. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. Today, when it is raining and I'm lying in my cottage, I remember my mother. I just feel the fond look, the loving look of my mother, as I list to this refrain. List here means listen. List here means listen. As I listen to the refrain. Refrain here means the sound that is made by the rain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. This sound is made by the rain on the shingles, the wooden tiles, by the patter of the rain that is making the sound when it is raining and it is falling on the roof of the cottage. Now, the poet here describes the healing power of nature. Rain gives relief to everyone. Now let us go into the poetic devices that the poet has used here. You have to understand it very carefully. So let us understand what poetic devices the poet has used here. First of all, transferred epithet. Now, what is transferred epithet? Epithet means adjective. So, this transferred epithet grammatically qualifies a noun other than the person or thing it is actually describing. Now, where do we find this transferred epithet, in which line? And the melancholy darkness. Melancholy darkness here refers to the clouds, but actually it refers to the sadness of the poet. So the sadness has been transferred from the poet to the clouds. Okay, so here the poet has made the use of transferred epithet. In the same way, in the first line, when the humid shadows hover. Humid shadows also, the shadows that are humid, dense. Here also the poet has used the transferred epithet. Now the second one that is used here, that is personification. Personification is used for an inanimate object or animal or birds look or feel like human. So You can find personification here, how the poet has personified the rain. You can see the line, gently weeps in rainy tears. Now, does the rain or the clouds really weep? No. Do they have tears? No. So, how the poet has used the personification here? He says, gently weeps in rainy tears. It means the raindrops are being compared to the tears of a person. So, what is the poetic device used here? That is called personification. Then, the next one that you can find here, that is refrain. What is a refrain? A phrase or a verse or a group of verses repeated at intervals throughout a song or the poem, especially at the end of each stanza. Now you yourself can find out the refrain. What is the last lines you see of each stanza? And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Second stanza, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Last stanza, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So in these lines, the poet has used refrain. It means the repetition of the words patter, soft rain overhead, patter of the rain, patter of the rain. This phrase has been repeated in all the three stanzas. Then the next poetic device that has been used by the poet is metaphor. Now metaphor has been used. You can see the line here. What is a metaphor? A device which compares two things or qualities that are unlike. Okay? So humid shadows hover. What are these humid shadows? Humid shadow stands for the clouds. Okay, the water-laden black clouds. So the poet has used a poetic device, metaphor. He is just indirectly comparing the clouds to shadows. Because when you look at the sky, you see the clouds. How do they look like? They look like the shadows, heavy shadows. So the clouds, they are full of moisture, they are humid, and very soon they are going to rain. Then the next poetic device that is used here, that is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, that is a device that suggests the sound, that produces a sound. So which word is producing a sound here? You can just find out which word. The first word that is here, that is patter. And the second word, that is tinkle. When you use the word patter and when you use the word tinkle, they just give a sound in your mind. Pitter, patter, tinkle. So they are producing a sound. Next poetic device, that is alliteration. Alliteration, that is the repetition of initial consonant sounds in the same line. You will find number of examples of alliteration. For example, the first stanza, starry spheres, SS, starry spheres. Then move ahead, cottage chamber. Again, alliteration is used here. Then their threads, darling dreamers. All these expressions, they are called alliteration, where there is a repetition of the consonant sound or the vowel sound, that is an alliteration. So these are the poetic devices that has been used by the poet here. Now let us see the rhyme scheme. A, B, C, Now, which word is sounding with which? Hover, spheres, darkness, tears. Hover goes with no other word. Spheres rhymes with tears. So the same word it will be B and B. Hover, spheres, darkness, tears. Rhyming words, spheres and tears. In the same way, pillow, bed, patter, overhead. Bed rhymes with overhead. In the same way, next stanza, shingles, heart, fancies, start. Heart and start. They are the same rhyming words. Then again, recollections, woof, patter, roof. Woof and roof. Again, they are rhyming with each other. Mother, agone, dreamers, dawn. Agone and dawn. They have the same sound. Next one, me, refrain, shingles, rain. So me goes with no other word, refrain goes with rain. So these are the rhyming words, and this is the rhyming scheme that the poet has used. So a number of poetic devices have been used here, and you have to keep in mind, you have to learn what these poetic devices are, because in class 9, these poetic devices, they are very important for understanding a poem. So let me summarize the poem once again. The poet says, when the clouds hang over in the sky and it is very gloomy and dark, they come down in the form of tears. It means the rain falls. And when it rains, we enjoy it. So the poet is also in a cottage. He also feels that it is a great joy when it rains, and he lies listening to the patter of the soft rain that is overhead. It means the roof of the cottage. We also hear the sound when it rains. We hear it on the roof of our houses. So he also hears the same sound. And every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle means the drop that falls on the roof, the sound, onomatopoeia. So every tinkle that falls on the shingles, the wooden tiles, it creates an echo in his heart. And a number of dreams, imagination, they start coming into his heart. Busy being start. Busy being is also an alliteration. So the imaginations, they become strong in his mind. He starts thinking a lot of things. And a number of recollections, a number of memories start coming to his mind. They just weave their air threads into the woof. They make a yarn. Just as a yarn is made in the woof, you see how the yarn is made? Isn't it? How the cloth is woven. So in the same way, a number of things start coming to his mind, just as he is listening to the sound of the rain that is on the roof of his cottage. Now what happens? He remembers his mother as she used to come to them years ago, the years that have passed, to just observe, regard here means to look at, to observe her dear children, her sweet children, sleeping before she left them. Is an old English word. Means before. List means listen. So, just as before she used to come, and so he remembers how the mother used to come at the time when they used to sleep, and she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, the loving nature of mother. Mother cares for her children. She used to look at the children very lovingly. And when I listen to this refrain, the sound, when I listen to this sound, that is made by the rain on the roof. I remember my mother, how she used to come and take care of us. This sound is produced by the tiles on which the raindrops are falling. I hope you must have understood the poem. What the poet wants to convey here is that rain brings relief. It has a healing touch. It gives us relief from the scorching heat. It gives relief to the birds, to the animals. And especially when we are inside the house, especially lying in our cozy beds, we just remember a number of things. Our imagination becomes strong. We start thinking. Our memories come to our mind. We remember the things of the past. And there is an echoing in our heart. We remember a number of things. So same thing has been felt by the poet, and rain is a natural phenomena. We all observe it, we all enjoy it, we all get wet in it, and we love the rain because rain brings relief to everyone. Now you will be doing the assignment. You will look at the textual questions and you will just try to understand and try to answer them. That is all for today. Thank you.